We are continuing to track all the very latest developments as far as the situation in Tamil Nadu is concerned. I'm Smita Sharma, and remember, Palanisamy, the man who has now been elected as the chief of the AIADMK Legislature Party, because Sasikala has been convicted by the Supreme Court in the disproportionate assets case. Palanisamy, along with some other loyalists and party supporters, reached Raj Bhavan earlier this evening. His meeting is underway with Governor Vidya Sagar Rao, who has to now take a call whether Palanisamy has the numbers stacked up in his favor and he can be asked to come and swear in as Chief Minister or not, or whether the governor goes ahead and gives O. Paneerselvam camp a chance to prove their strength. This is something we'll get to know in a short while from now. But Shalini Lobo is outside Raj Bhavan and Akshaya Nath is outside the Golden Bay Resort, where Sasikala Natarajan is still huddled in with her supporters. She's expected to, in fact, surrender to the Bengaluru court, but there could be some delay in that process as well. Shalini, the meeting is underway. What are we expecting really from Raj Bhavan? Is there a hope that by this night at least, this political crisis in Tamil Nadu will face clarity?
It's been half an hour since the AIADMK cadre, along with their new party new CM designate AIADMK Palanisamy, entered the governor's house here in Chennai. And the political turmoil has been going along for a really long time. A lot of files were put on hold. Administration came to a standstill. Chennaites were going through a lot over this crisis with no chief minister in place, even though they did have an interim CM in O. Paneerselvam. There was no chief minister that they had to look up to call their own, and the people were starting to get frustrated. Now, will today be the day when you can see something, an end to this entire problem? Well, that's still a question mark, because the MLAs were kept in captive at the Golden Bay Resort. 5 days they've been there, and today, after a meeting with Sasikala, with Palanisamy, it was decided that he would be the new legislative party member. He would be the new chief ministerial candidate for them. But then again, it was done in captivity, it was done in secrecy, no one was there, no one was well informed. In Kuatur, no one knows, but the MLAs were coerced into signing those documents. So it's a written statement that they've given out saying that they have at least 129 MLAs. The number itself is not accurate if you do the math properly. So all these factors together raised a lot of questions have been raised by the O. Paneerselvam camp, by other political parties, but the governor says, and we'll have to just wait and watch, everyone waiting here outside the Raj Bhavan, the media, everyone here, to see what happens. How will this situation end? Will the governor accept the petition that Palanisamy gives him, or will it be questioned? Will support by each MLA?
Okay.
Will they be questioned? Right. Apart from that, huge amount of police forces deployed here around the Raj Bhavan, and AIADMK candidate cadre. They were raising slogans in support of Chinnamma a while back. All of them stand across the road, eagerly waiting to see what will happen once Palanisamy comes out of the governor's house. He's expected to address the media after it is over.
Okay, let me go across live to, in fact, Akshaya, even as the AIADMK seems to be imploding constantly with the entire factionalism going on, what is the opposition strategy looking like at the moment? Are there any moves being made by the DMK?
Well, Smita, yesterday when I was talking to the DMK acting president, MK Stalin, he was telling me, saying there's no action plan for the DMK that they have decided right now. They said there's an internal politics that is happening within a party and they're not going to interfere at all. And what they've been talking about is a good governance that is needed for the state of Tamil Nadu, and pointing out that for the last couple of months there has not been a proper governance, and they've only been urging that within the AIADMK they come to a proper consensus and sort out the issue. And Smita, right now I need to shift focus and show you what's happening at Kuvatur. All of a sudden there is a lot of police presence here. If I could ask my camera person Prakash to just pan it for you and show you what really is happening. There are a lot of policemen in their headgears and lathis who have got ready. They're all set, and it is expected that somebody of importance is leaving. We have already seen that Edapadi Palanisamy had left the premises an hour or two back, but right now what we're looking at, and many of those people who have joined here are expecting to see or have a glimpse of VK Sasikala, because we have only seen one glimpse of her the whole day today, when she was just moving from one building within the resort to another with a group of her MLAs. And also I need to point out that a lot of AIADMK supporters with Jayalalitha's pictures in their pockets have gathered outside the resort. Like how my colleague Pramod Madhav was earlier telling, this has become like the Poet's Garden in certain sense, because we are seeing a lot of AIADMK supporter presence here, and we are also noting that villagers from in and around this area are also coming to the resort, and they're all eagerly waiting to know what is going to happen next. Today morning they had actually seen a large battalion of police, also riot police coming in here. So everybody has been very eager to know what is happening next, and it's also a well-known fact that people, the ground level cadres are not so keen on Sasikala becoming the Chief Minister, and they've always been opposing it. And today when the verdict came out, when she was convicted, we had evidently seen people coming out raising anti-Sasikala slogan and cheering that the state of Tamil Nadu has been freed. But we also know now that it is going to be one of the representatives of Sasikala, one of the closest aides of Sasikala, a person who's like Pani Selvam to Jayalalitha, Edapadi Palanisamy will be taking over from Sasikala, and he has gone to the governor today, and the meeting is now on progress there. So what is expected here is that Sasikala might be leaving from this place, but we also know that she is not going to surrender to the police today, because according to the sources that we are getting, we have been told that she's not got certified copies signed which she's got. So unless and until that she gets and she receives that, she's not going to move out of this place, or she's not going to surrender. But the sudden police presence, sudden alertness that has come all over this place, we are really suspecting that something huge is going to happen here, Smita.
Right, you know, there does look like, in fact, there is tremendous amount of action that is expected there, and the heavy police deployment. But in terms of the people presence, you know, because 2 days back we had seen Akshay, when Sasikala Natarajan reached, there were some anti-Sasikala protests too. Are there people there, supporters and detractors, who are out on the roads?
Well, Smita, the entire scenario has been changing every day. The first day when Sasikala visited here, we saw that there were people who were raising anti-Sasikala slogan, asking her to go back, and they were raising Chinnamma go back slogans, to be specific. And the very next day we saw that when she was revisiting the entire place, we had a series of people set up to do aarti for her, which is a welcoming scene in the traditional Tamil form. And then on the third day again we saw that there were a lot of people to greet her. She had visited few of the villagers' house and interacted with them, and today being the fourth day, we are seeing that there is a lot of presence here. But initially when we saw the announcement, when the conviction was declared, we saw that people were cheering, saying it's a good thing for Tamil Nadu. And today again, if I can ask Prakash to pan to my right, we can see that a lot of AIADMK supporters. Prakash, if you could pan your camera to the right, we'll be able to show that there are a lot of AIADMK supporters with Amma and Chinnamma's pictures in their pockets and standing here. And these are the crowds that has just started tickling in here, and this is the crowd that has started coming here to show their support, to show their faith for Sasikala, because there is only a very few people that we've always been talking about, a few faction in the party who have been showing their support, but predominantly the top ordership which was always supporting Sasikala. And now seeing a few of the party cadres coming and gathering outside, it is going to be a huge positive feeling for her inside, Smita.
Okay, do stay on with us, Akshay. We will come back to you, of course, for more details. But meanwhile, remember, as the suspicion is building up, the entire suspense, is building up whether Sasikala will surrender tonight or not. Sasikala's legal team is reportedly planning to buy time for the AIADMK General Secretary by filing a petition before the Supreme Court seeking 4 weeks' time to surrender on health grounds. She was set to be produced in Bengaluru's courtroom number 48, but her legal team has made it clear that it will file a review petition. Even as this happens, new AIADMK legislative head Palanisamy is meeting the Tamil Nadu governor to stake claim to constitute the new government. At the moment, Sasikala Natarajan is still at the Golden Bay Resort, surrounded by most of her loyalists. The Tamil Nadu DGP has said that officers are at Golden Bay and that they will take the call when to take Sasikala in.
I have to still go through the judgment. What they will do, what is our responsibility imposed on. I don't know whether, because Supreme Court has entrusted this matter to us, whether they will be entrusting the matter to the Karnataka or Tamil Nadu, we don't know. We have to go through the judgment.
And joining me now is Nolan Pinto from Bengaluru. Nolan, what is the preparation like underway in Karnataka, and what are in fact the legal experts saying as to till what time can Sasikala be allowed to really stay in and not surrender this evening?
Well, let's put it this way. I'm now standing right in front of the Parapana Agrahara Central Prison. That's in my background. Now, we are over here. We don't see much preparation going on. Now, sources tell us that they have not received any sort of confirmation. They have not received any sort of order copy. I did manage to meet the DG IGP in the afternoon. He says that once they receive official confirmation, then only will they start their work. But they are all ready now. We also spoke to TV Jayachandra, who is the law minister, and he said that he's very happy as to how everything has gone ahead. He said that it was a responsibility given to the Karnataka government. They brought in good lawyers who fought this case well for a very, very long time. It was more than a decade long. And as of today, this has happened. So as of now, they are ready. Preparations have not yet started over here. Like I mentioned, they say that once they receive information from the Supreme Court, from the central government, then only. Let me just show you what exactly is happening over here, because as of now, it's nothing. It's just the normal police. This is the entrance to the Parapana Agrahara Central Prison. So it's as normal as possible. No extra police personnel over here, nothing as such. No bandobast as such, what we actually expected. But what our sources tell us that once they get information, then things...
Okay, Nolan Pinto, we'll come back to you. Do stay on with us, getting us those details from Bengaluru, because remember, it's in Bengaluru court where Sasikala Natarajan has to surrender. But breaking news now coming in that Palanisamy, who was meeting, in fact, Tamil Nadu Governor Vidyasagar Rao, that meeting is over, and O. Paneerselvam is also expected to be meeting the governor. Palanisamy meeting, in fact, is still on. Pramod Madhav is joining us with more details. Pramod, what is the time that you're picking up as far as O. Paneerselvam meeting is concerned?
Well, Smita, initially it was stated that Edappadi Palaniswamy, the Minister for PWD, would meet the governor between 5:30, and his meeting will get over by 6:30. That is 1 hour, following which the Chief Minister, the caretaker Chief Minister, O. Paneerselvam, would like to meet the governor after that point. But right now, as time's progressing, these are the developments we are giving from the ground to you directly. So like these movements are like also expected to change along with time as well. We've come to hear that O. Paneerselvam is like watching what is happening as Edappadi Palaniswamy is meeting with the governor and what's happening, and he's also expecting to see what the governor wants to take a decision as. Post that, he would like to meet the governor to give an explanation from his side as well. And we're also getting one more information from this ground right here. As we spoke to certain Sasikala loyalists, we come to know that they are not happy with the way the party is moving right now, because earlier when Jayalalitha got convicted this way, the party concentrated more on getting a petition filed on her name so that she will not go to the prison. Now it was the verdict was pronounced around 11 a.m. It's going to be 6 p.m. right now, and we don't see any kind of move by the legal party over here. This has very much completely irked the supporters of Sasikala over here, who are stating that why is it the party concentrating more on attaining the Chief Minister's posts, not concentrating on anything to do with the party's General Secretary, the leader, who is still inside the resort right now, and who does not like, it seems like she's over here, but like there is no contact.
Right.
Even the MLAs, earlier we had no contact with the MLAs. Right now we don't have any contact with Sasikala as well, because earlier she used to speak to us at least once in 3 hours, stating that this is a development. She even stated that like we will wait patiently, but how far has the patience gone, we don't know for now, Smita.
Pramod Madhav reporting there, of course, on this meeting that we are now expecting between O. Pannirselvam as well. Once Palanisamy meeting is over with the governor for now, but O. Pannirselvam also has been called in to meet the governor. We'll continue to track all developments back after this very short break. Welcome back. Sasikala Natarajan's political career, which started over 2 months ago when her mentor Jayalalitha died, seems to have come to an abrupt end with the Supreme Court pronouncing her guilty in a disproportionate assets case. But Chinnamma supporters claim that it's too soon to proclaim Sasikala's political end.
December 2016. As the nation mourned one of India's tallest leaders, Jayalalitha's closest confidant emerged from the shadows and stepped into the limelight, sparking speculation that she would soon step into Jaya's political shoes. It was claimed that a day before, on 5th of December, Sasikala had held a meeting in the hospital with top ministers where a succession plan was chalked out. But contrary to popular belief, Sasikala Natarajan chose to bide her time. Almost a month later, Chinnamma formally took over as the party chief.
Our Amma used to roar like a lion, saying that AIADMK will thrive for over 100 years.
It was at India Today's South Conclave that the first hint came of Sasikala's imminent elevation to the Chief Minister's chair. The deference with which Pannirselvam treated Sasikala, who took centre stage at the event, spoke volumes. Almost a month later, the rumours were proved true. Sasikala was elected the new legislature chief and Pannirselvam resigned as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. But what had seemed like a smooth transition of power soon hit troubled waters. And thus began the tussle for power in Tamil Nadu. Chinnamma acted quickly, sending off the MLA supporting her to a remote resort. But that didn't stop leaders from defecting to OPS camp. It was the acting governor of the state who dealt the second blow to Sasikala's plan, choosing to wait till the Supreme Court verdict before taking any action. Even as Judgment Day approached, Shashi remained hopeful.
As long as each one of you is with me, not one person can split up the AIADMK. I have faced hurdles like this for 33 years and come this far.
February 14th dashed Sasikala's hopes of gaining the Tamil throne. The Supreme Court announced her conviction and sentenced her to another 3.5 years in jail. But Chinnamma refuses to give up without a fight. It may be too soon to bid Sasikala goodbye. Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, so it's a wrap of this edition of the broadcast, but we will continue to track all these stories very closely. Back soon after this short break.